Hello pupils, I welcome you guys to another edition of Mathematics Clinic with Mr. Yoyobo. I love you all. How you guys have been responding to all the assignment given to you. In our previous class, we talked about conversion of decimal to percentage. And I've told you that we are converting percentage to decimal. You first of all express it in fraction. After we have changed it to fraction, then what are you going to do? You multiply it by 100 over 1%. Now today we want to look at the relationship among decimal, fraction and percentage. What does that mean? That when you look at decimal and fraction, you can convert both of them to percentage. Likewise, fraction and percentage, you can convert them to decimal. Decimal and percentage, you can convert them to fraction. These things, they are interwoven. Have you ever seen shade? Look at that circle. It will join another one. It will join another one. Though these three topics, decimal, fraction, and percentage, they are interwoven. So we want to look at them. That's what our topic is all about today. Relationship among decimal, fraction, and percentage. Let's look at the example 1. Express 3 over 4 as decimal, then as percentage. Let's look at it. I'm going to demarcate it. That's 3 over 4 as decimal. If we are changing fraction to decimal, I told you we are going to apply long division method. So which is like this. The top number, which is numerator, it will be inside, while the down number, which is denominator, it will be outside. How many 4 can you see in 3? Impossible. You write 0, you put point. This point is called decimal point. So it shows that you should add 0 to this place, which it will give you 30. How many 4 can you see in 30? That's 7. 4 times 7, 28. So minus, you write that 28 under this 30, minus it. Borrow 1 from this place, put it to this place, it will give you 10. 10 minus 8, that's 2. This we are left with 2 here. 2 minus 2 is 0. Because of this decimal point, you know it's remainder. You keep on adding 0. When it's remainder, you keep on adding 0. I get it. So you add 0 to this place, it will give you 20. 4 in 20, that's 5. Now so 4 times 5, 20, you write it under this place. That's 20 minus 20 is 0. So if you are changing 3 over 4 to decimal, it will give you what? 0.75. Now, let's change it to percentage. 3 over 4 as well. If you want to change to percentage, what are you going to do? You multiply it by 100 over 1%. Let's start cutting it in the lowest time. 2 can go. Don't forget the rules of multiplication of fraction. The rules of multiplication of fraction says don't use the same top number to cut each other or the same down number to cut each other. You can only use top number to cut each other. Is that vertically opposite angle or like this or up and down? That is the rules of multiplication of fraction. So what are you going to do? 2 can go, 2 common in this place. I get it. 4 can go in 100 direct. And how do you know 4 can divide a certain number? When the last 2 digits number end with 0, it's like when you are given 700. Because this 700, it's the last 2 digit number end with 0. 2 can go, 4 can go. That's how to know that 2 can go. How do you know that 2 can go in a number? If the last digit number end with even number 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I get it. So 4 can go in this place because the last 2 digit number here end with what? 0. So let's try to, let's break it down. 2 in this place, 2. 2 in 10, 5. 2 in 0, 0. So 2 can still go. 2 here, 1. 2, how many 2 can you see in 2? 1. 2 rather, sorry. Which is 2 times 2, 4. It will be that 1. That one that remains, add it to this 0. That will give you 10. 2 in 10, 5. So 4 can go in 100 generally, that's 25. So what you do now, say 3 times 25. That will give you 75 over 75. That's 75%. Now let's go to this example 2. Express 0.125 as fraction and percentage. Now let's look at it. Let's solve it there. 0.125 as fraction. So what are you going to do? It will be 125 over this point this point, it will represent 1. How many digit number after the decimal point? That's 3, 30. So what do? You start cutting it to the lowest term. When you say lowest term, you look for a factor that will divide, or a number that will divide this 125 as well divide this 1000 without remainder. Now let's look at the 5 can go. 5 in 12, that's 2, which is 10. 10 out of 12, it will mean that 2. That 2 that remainder, add it to this place. That will give you 25. 5 in 25, 5. Then 5 in 10, 2. 5 in 0, 0. 5 in this last 0, 0. That will give you 25 over 200. Something can still go. What common? 5. 5 in 25, 5. 5 in 20, 4. 5 in 0, 0. So 5 can still go. 5 here, 1. 5 in 40, 8. Our final answer will be 1/8. That is, so if you are changing decimal to fraction, you cut it to the lowest term, to the extent that there is no number that can divide them, that's common, that will divide the top number again and also divide the down number. So you have any common factor that will divide two of them. So our final answer in this case will be 1/8. Now let's change this to percentage. 0.125. Let's change it. It will be what? 125 over this dot. It will represent 1, which is our decimal point. How many digit number after decimal point? 3. So it will be 30. This is in form of fraction. Now if you are changing fraction to percentage, you multiply it by 100 over 1%. So what common? 0 cancel 0. 0 cancel 0. You are left with what? 125 over 10. So what are you going to do? Back to your decimal fraction. You count it what? A step backward, because you have 1 0. The counting of it backward, it will be determined by the number of 0 that you are having. This over 10. So we are going to start from this place. You count it what? A step backward from this place to this place. It will be 12.5%. That's it. I get it. Now, if we want, let's look at the third one. Express 75% as fraction and decimal. Don't forget that I told you earlier on that these things are like interwoven. Look at the first one, we did 75% now. We are asked to change to fraction. So what you should be expecting that for this fraction, if we are changing 75% to fraction, this will be our final answer, it will be for the fraction. And for the decimal, it will be like this, 0.75. Now let's solve it. That will be 75% to fraction. That will be 75 over 100. That's the meaning. What common? 25 common straight. Let's use 25. 25 in this place, that's 3. 25 in this place, 4. That will give you 3 over 4. Now the 75 over 75%, 75%, which is also the same as 75 over 100. Now take it to your decimal fraction. That will be what? You count it how many steps? I told you, you count it how many steps backward. This 1, 2, the decimal point to be here. You must have something as a what? As an whole number part. Are you getting it? We're still going to talk about decimal fraction. And this whole number part, because there is no number at this whole number, you just put 0.75. That is our answer for this one. Now I'm going to give you a question to solve. Are you getting it? So practice it down at home. That's your assessment. Express 1/4 as decimal and percentage. That's number 1. Number 2, express 60% as fraction and decimal, while the last one express 2.25 as fraction and percentage. Alright, this is your own take home. Practice that and forward it to me on that WhatsApp line displayed on the screen. And you can also follow us on Instagram, maths_cleaning. Thank you for watching. Love you all.